Hey everyone, hope all is well. Welcome to today's video. So today I'm going to talk about multiple ways through which you can get into a consulting role and apply for a consulting application. Doesn't matter which firm you're applying for, we'll talk about all such ways. But before that, just a request, if you have liked our videos till now on consulting careers and B school preparation, I just request you to subscribe the channel. Your support really means a lot. It's a growing channel, so let's get started. Firstly, I would want to say that a lot of people have this misconception that if I'm not from an XYZ college or if a consulting firm is not visiting my campus, then it's impossible for me to get through. That's not true, to be honest. But I'll cover that in the latter part of the video. So there are multiple ways to get into consulting roles, be it with a McKinsey or a Deloitte or an EY or an Accenture or whatever role you're looking for. The first route, as all of us would understand and be cognizant of, is on-campus hiring, which is, you are a part of a college or a B school and a consulting firm is visiting your campus. The first and foremost way is to apply, get your CV shortlisted, and interview with firms and get through. But I wanted to talk more about the other ways of getting through. The second way of applying for a consulting role is through a cold LinkedIn DM, which is you send out a cold message, introduce yourself to the HR or somebody who's working as a consultant in a consulting firm on LinkedIn, or drop in an email, and then there is a chance that you might get a reply if your CV is well crafted, and then you can get shortlisted. The third way, obviously, is you're a working professional and you're applying off campus, and you go to the careers page of one of these websites, be it the big three, big four, and you apply and you directly get an email from the HR or the recruiter. But to be very, very, very honest with you, if you are not somebody who's from a tier one college, who, let's say, hasn't gone to an ISB or an IM or an FMS, or who hasn't had good pedigree in terms of Workex, it's very difficult to get a call back through either of the three routes that we've discussed till now, because the company might not visit your college if it's not a so-called target college for them. You might not get an interview call back despite sending hundreds of LinkedIn DMs to people, or applying through multiple job links through the careers page or IM jobs or Naukri. So that is where the last route can really help you out, which is referrals. Referrals in a consulting parlance simply means that you are sending out your CV or cover letter to somebody who you know or are introduced to from that firm, and that employee of the firm, let's say Accenture or BCG or PwC, whoever that consultant is who's working in that firm, that employee of that firm sends out your CV and cover letter to their recruitment team and puts in a good word for you. I believe, basis my experience, that is the only way to get hired off campus or laterally as a working professional or a fresh grad, if you don't come from a target background, if you don't have very good academics, or if you are not a graduate of a tier 1 B school or undergrad college. And what happens in this route is that you can't really send out a request for a referral to anybody over LinkedIn, right? People will only refer you if they know of you, or if somebody who they know puts in a good word for you, right? So that's why it's tricky. It's not easily, readily accessible. It's difficult to find networks where you have that access. Uh, Fortunately, we have tried to build a referral pipeline through our consulting fellowship program. You can find the link in the comment section. But see, the problem is that consulting firms get thousands of applications every month, right? So if you feel, or if you believe that you will get shortlisted just by writing a cold mail or a cold LinkedIn DM, the harsh reality is the CV might not even reach the HR, because they might put a filter that, I only want to screen people from this XYZ college or people who have had a great CGPA. And in that case, if you don't have any of these things, you might not even be evaluated in the first place. So the only way to circumvent that is to, get in touch with somebody who can be a college alum working in one of these firms, or a cousin or a brother or somebody in your network who can refer you, who can send your CV across. And that is the only realistic way for you as a working professional or a fresh grad to get an interview call. And that's the only way to, get a foot in the door. So think about these four ways. You can try out multiple ways in parallel. There is no, gospel truth to only go at cold mails at one point of time. You can have a cold mail or a LinkedIn DM or a referral working for you simultaneously, because these things take time. Even if you are being referred, the HR might take a couple of weeks to evaluate you and get back to you. And then your interviews take another 1 month. So keep that in mind. Have these four routes in mind whenever you're applying, and see which one fits best for you basis your profile. And feel free to reach out if you have any doubts. And I wish you all the best for your consulting applications. Thank you.